Welcome to CTV News, your Canada. It's Monday, September 1st. We'll bring you profiles of fascinating Canadians and stories about your community. Thanks for watching.
The final long weekend of the summer months, and time is flying by.
Can you believe it's the last long weekend already?
Yeah, well, you know, as the older you get, the quicker the summer goes. So
I hear that.
Yeah.
Hundreds of thousands of people trying to beat the congestion and long trip into cottage country tonight.
Pretty busy. There was an accident around Highway 7, caused pretty big backup there. And coming in here, as soon as we got through Barrie, there it got really busy again.
This is what it looked like along Highway 400 through Barrie early this afternoon. The slow crawl in full effect.
There is a ton of cars out there on the highway. People being impatient with one another. Road rage incidents, collisions. So these are some things that we see, during these, heavy traffic volume times.
People heading into cottage country will see regular gas going for just under $1.26 a liter for regular. Police across the province say they'll be out in full force again this long weekend with a focus on the big four: impaired driving, speeding, distracted driving, and seatbelt use.
Frustrating that people aren't getting the message. We have the officers out there daily, every single day of the year, out there doing enforcement of the big four.
For those who are looking for somewhere to go this weekend, Wasaga Beach is doing what it can to attract even more visitors. About 3 million people visit the beach every summer. Today, the mayor and council showed off a new mobile travel information unit.
Will not only be available here in Wasaga Beach, but we can pick it up and carry it across the region to promote Wasaga Beach and our businesses and everything that Wasaga Beach has to offer.
Now, highlighting the long weekend here at the beach at Wasaga will be the final installment of the town's Memories of Summer concert series. It's set for Saturday night, followed by fireworks. And of course, it's all for free. Rob Cooper, CTV News, Wasaga Beach.
The video is stunning. While diving at Fox Point Beach near Hubbards, Nova Scotia, an American tourist and his scuba guide came face to face with a great white shark.
And she came right up to us, just like I could reach out and touch her. It was like a game of chicken. And then she veered away and disappeared into the murk and went back and then came right back again a second time.
Instead of swimming to the surface, the pair kneeled down in the water, which Peterson says is the best thing to do, as most shark incidents occur at the surface. Studying its every move, they kept calm and watched as the shark, believed to be a female juvenile, swam right past them.
My heart fell in my stomach, actually, because it was just such a beautiful thing to see. Just seeing like that toothy grin and black eyes coming out of the murk at us was something that I could see when I closed my eyes at night later that day, yeah.
Shark researcher Chris Harvey Clark calls the interaction historical.
Wednesday, August 26th was definitely a record breaker. We usually see, in recent years, we've been seeing 2 or 3 shark interactions with divers over a summer would be about average. Very few in 2024 for whatever reason. But this year we've had 3 so far and counting.
He suspects this shark may have just been curious, but says that's never a reason to underestimate the species.
If you encounter one, get out of the water. It does not, there's no upside for you. If the shark decides that it's going to give you a test bite, that's a serious thing.
Despite experiencing what most would call a terrifying encounter, Peterson feels like he's won the lottery.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience to see something like that. And both me and my customer are planned now to get matching great white tattoos.
To mark a moment they'll never forget. Vanessa Wright, CTV News, Halifax.
So, what is up for this weekend?
Just heading back to the res.
Oh, cool. Sometimes I forget you're even native.
Real-life friends Star Slade and Ellen Jade were cast as the lead actors in the thriller Nika and Madison, co-written and directed by First Nations filmmaker Eva Thomas.
Nika and Madison is about 2 Indigenous women who get in trouble with the law and then they have to go on the run. So it's much like an Indigenous Thelma and Louise or an Indigenous Queen and Slim.
The film's world premiere will take place at the Toronto International Film Festival on Sunday, September 7th at 3:45 at Scotiabank Theatre.
So this is my 3rd year in a row at TIFF, and I feel so supported and so uplifted by this film festival, and it's made a major impact on my career. So that's why I'm glowing.
Am I under arrest?
No. I am driving you home.
Nika and Madison is based on Thomas's earlier short film, Red Lights. It was based on the crime known as Starlight Tours, where police officers have been reported to have abducted Indigenous people, subjected them to abuse, and abandoned them in remote, freezing locations, often during sub-zero weather. 3 deaths have been attributed to this brutal practice.
Very sorry for what happened to you, to both of you.
It was self-defense.
Who's going to believe that?
I really wanted to make a film about a place where law enforcement meet Indigenous people. And I really wanted to tell a story about 2 strong Indigenous women. And I've been able to achieve that with Nika and Madison.
I love you. I love you too.
Andrea Case, CTV News.
They gathered at the former home of the London Children's Museum as Farhi Holdings president Shmuel Farhi announced a $1.3 million donation to what he says is an invaluable city asset.
They have families that can afford to come there, and they are open the door at no cost. So they are not-for-profit, but I call it not-for-profit on steroids.
Farhi Holdings owns the property that housed the museum for 11 years. The museum has now relocated to a new, larger home at 100 Kellogg Lane, officially opening in January.
Since our grand opening, we have welcomed more than 160,000 children and their families through our doors at 100 Kellogg Lane, which is exceptional. At our former location, we would have about 100,000 people per year. So in just 8 months, we've more than exceeded what we used to have.
Farhi has contributed approximately $3.6 million in total to the museum, both in kind and cash.
I'm a firm believer that we have to give back to the community and great organization, and our kids are our future. What's better than to help them?
Although the doors are open, the museum continues to fundraise, seeking another $2.3 million as part of the capital campaign for the $23 million project.
Those contributions allow us to keep the museum accessible and serving the community in the best way we can.
Farhi Holdings continues to look for a tenant for 21 Warncliffe. And Shmuel Farhi says if that tenant can't be found, they'll have to weigh other options.
If for whatever reason we can't come up with a tenant that can fit the place, we will consider converting it to residential and build it.
The museum was established in 1977 and was the country's first children's museum. Jerry DeWan, CTV News.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear
Leo.
Leo. Happy birthday to you. Woo!
Cheers outside Wilfrid Laurier University's Bricker residence, a sign that a new first-year student has arrived.
We're moving 3,700 students into the campus here in Waterloo, another 250 to 300 in Brantford.
One of those students is Noah Vince.
Extremely excited that I'm going to be here in Laurier. Extremely nervous to see how the year goes.
Hailing from Mississauga, Vince brought his whole crew to help with the move.
So this is my aunt, this is my dad, this is my uncle, this is my mom, this is my little brother and little sister and my little cousin.
And his parish priest.
He asked if a priest could come and bless his dorm. And I thought it was a great way to start, to bring God into this. The next 4 years, there's a big new stage in his life.
Okay, at the University of Waterloo.
What do you think of that?
It's the second day on campus for these first-year students.
I was actually kind of nervous to move in just because the amount of stuff I had, it was just very nerve-wracking to me.
We have a group chat with everybody, so it was really easy meeting new people. We kind of just oh, who wants to meet up? And then bam, we met everybody.
It can be a lot to get out of your comfort zone, to attend the orientation events, to start talking to new people who might have different experiences or backgrounds than you, but really get out of your comfort zone and make the most of it because you'll never have this experience again.
But it's not just students getting out of their comfort zone.
It's really exciting, but also a little sad. He's my baby, and so we're going to be empty nesters, and so a big change at home.
I'm holding myself together. I'll probably shed a few tears probably when he's gone. He's been with me from day one, obviously, and we're very close, so it's going to be tough.
A lot of mixed emotions. Very excited for him, very sad for me, but I'm very excited for him.
Unpacking bags and memories all at once, leaving behind one chapter while starting an entirely new one.
My family, they're always there for me. I am going to miss them, but they're excited for me and I'm excited for myself.
And there are some road closures expected through the weekend as move-ins continue in Waterloo, as well as in and around the University of Guelph.
It's a potato digger. Once you got your hills, you pull it behind a tractor, or if you got...
Peace Centre Canada Heritage Museum has been open for about 14 years.
It features heritage farming equipment predating 1950. It's my hobby, and I wanted to create something and give back to the community.
Well, the KC, I paid $1,200 for it.
Palin purchased most of the equipment with his own money, and that's getting harder to do.
It's getting to a point where the new equipment, I can't afford it for maintenance. So time to turn the page.
Palin has decided the museum will have to close.
It's because, in all honesty, my health is a part of it. And the next investment for this property for me to have gone forward, the funding would have been a little bit hard on my circumstances. It's sad. It bothers me in some ways. But, you know, it's time to venture off in my next part of my life.
He's not the only one who's going to miss having the museum open.
I had a phone call from a woman. She said she had been here several times, and she actually started crying that I was getting to shut it down. And it choked me up a little bit as well.
Palin is hoping someone can continue the legacy. He's offered several pieces to the nearby Centre of Canada Park, which is run by the arm of Taché.
It's up in the air right now.
Either way, the museum will be a memory he will cherish.
I loved it, the whole process of developing and showing it to people. I loved meeting all sorts of people. I loved giving back to the community.
The last day of operation is September 15th. Harrison Shin, CTV News, arm of Taché.
We've had family tickets since about mid-'80s, so we've been here coming through the good and the bad.
I've had season tickets since they've turned to the Elks.
I fell in love instantly with the atmosphere down here at Commonwealth Stadium, so it was a no-brainer. I had to get season tickets.
The Commonwealth Stadium crowds may be smaller than they used to be, but they're still filled with a loud and determined group of devoted fans.
Our fans have been good. The 10,000, 15,000 that we have that are coming now, they're as loyal a fan as you could possibly get.
The next pursuit, getting more Edmontonians engaged with the franchise.
It's up to us to show what we can do to be better on the field and in the community, and we're sure working hard at it.
One such endeavor is the return of the Labor Day fan bus, a shuttle of green and gold clad supporters bound for McMahon Stadium on Monday afternoon.
It's exciting. It's going to be whatever we can do to get the boys to win.
This is my first time, so it will be fun. I'm really looking forward to it.
They haven't had a fan bus since the EE was under a different name, so it's very exciting. I'm very excited for this. It's been something that I've wanted to do for a very long time.
An excitement that extends from the stands to the field.
I love it. I'm going to look up in the stands and see if I can see them. I think it's awesome. I heard there was a couple buses coming from here.
The more people we can stack on those buses, and we might have to open up a couple more buses, because the more fans we get over there, I think it'll help calm our guys, help fire our guys up at times, and go out there and just try and put on a show.
The anticipation between the team and fans goes beyond Labor Day, as both sides look for a similar result to last season.
DJ Lewis winning that battle all day.
A fan base looking for a Labor Day sweep, and an organization looking for its biggest crowd of the year in next week's Labor Day rematch.
I remember last year on the other side, the crowd here on the rematch was the biggest of the year as well, so I'm definitely looking forward to that.
It's ABC. It's anybody but Calgary. We want to see Calgary lose, and then, of course, an Elks win on top of that. That's the cherry on the cake right there.
Brendan Purdy, CTV News, Edmonton.
Trevor Hill is gearing up for a big race on Sunday.
It's my first time running a NASCAR or a stock car, so this is going to be completely new, completely different for me. This is going to be fun.
Hill has been competing since 1998, started with racing go-karts. Later, Hill and his brother created a business managing drivers and getting cars ready. And now, NASCAR, a dream come true.
As a kid, I always dreamed of being a race car driver. That's what I wanted to do. We wanted to be professional, both my brother and I. I remember playing with Matchbox cars that are NASCARs and on little carpets, so this is kind of cool.
Hill will be racing at the Canadian Tire Motorsports Park in Bowmanville. The WaterTech 200, the last road course race of the NASCAR season this year in Canada, alongside 30 other drivers.
The opportunities to come about like this weekend to be able to drive a professional car is quite fun. To be doing it in a NASCAR series is even better. That's a dream come true.
Well, it takes a team to go from the shop to the track.
I'm the one that's in charge of making sure all the nuts and bolts are tight on the car, the tires are set right, and getting it ready for our different practices, qualifying, and then the race. And then during the race, aside from driving a car like this, being able to go across the wall for a green flag pit stop when the pressure's on, that's pretty close to the amount of fun you get as a driver.
We're going to be racing against pros like Alex Tagliani. There's Kevin Lacroix, all sorts of the names of NASCAR Canada that are there to compete.
The winner of the race receives up to $15,000 cash. Hill says he just wants to do well, as it will open up more opportunities for him to drive professional cars and generate business.
It's really nice to feel a part of that family and to be able to take that family and knowledge that we've gained here at Calabogie and take it to the national scene.
Camille Wilson, CTV News.
Veteran Wayne LaPointe hand-built 2 playhouses, one for boys, one for girls. They are no ordinary playhouses, though. The structures are fully insulated, fully powered, and include toy boxes and table and chair sets. Funds raised support veterans and their families through the food bank's programs. For LaPointe, the playhouses are a labor of love, and it's all part of the work that he does to keep the food bank going.
This turned into more of a love than a job. It's just, it makes you feel good inside.
The roofs are made to last. They're basically, you could probably pass them down like generations. They're built to last, like veterans.
The raffle tickets are available on the websites that you see there on your screen or in person at the food bank office on 28th Street Northeast. The deadline is this Sunday at noon. The food bank also says donations are down 80% compared to last year.
It's a game that really needs no setup at all. A sold-out Mosaic Stadium in Regina.
While the hype for Labor Day takes care of itself, planning for it is a different story.
I don't know if we're ever not planning Labor Day. It's really kind of an important signpost on the season. So, yeah, lots goes into it.
With a big crowd expected come Sunday, the Rider organization is making sure they are ready with additional buses for transit to extra ticket scanners and security personnel at the gates.
Very similar to what we were able to do a couple of weeks ago, right? So we've got our full complement, kind of the full show is on, and we're looking forward to putting on a big game.
When this stadium's filled and rocking, so is business.
And with 33,000 plus in the stands this weekend, many of them traveling in, the economic spin-off of the game is even greater.
35,000 people in Mosaic Stadium. The results are significant to our business community, and that's more people. It's more money in our staff's pockets that are working in the hospitality business, and it just flows through our entire city.
But there are also some challenges with getting that many people into Mosaic.
There will be some lineups, right? It's going to take a little slow, be a little slower, take a little longer, but we're going to try to move people through as quickly as we possibly can.
The team on the field ready to give fans a show, but head coach Corey Mace says something has been missing.
I have yet to see watermelons on people's heads. I don't know what happened about that. Like, that was a thing. I remember that. So I'm expecting to see that. I want to see watermelons. I want them sold out in the whole province.
Now, while the gates are scheduled to open 2 hours prior to kickoff, the Riders are highly encouraging fans to arrive to the stadium extra early due to that expected capacity crowd on Sunday. And with temperatures forecasted to hit 30 degrees, reminders to drink plenty of water as well. Kickoff for the 60th annual Labor Day Classic is at 5 p.m. Don from CTV News, Regina.
Crossing into the U.S. has long been a Windsor-Detroit convenience, but lately some Canadians are more cautious.
I'm a frequent traveler to the United States. I haven't noticed any significant change in how officers deal with Canadians.
Immigration lawyer Eddie Kadri says what has travelers talking is the rise in device searches. U.S. Customs and Border Protection data show officers searched nearly 15,000 phones and laptops between April and July, the busiest stretch since 2018, though the agency says such searches are still rare. And it is totally within their power to ask to see your phone.
They have a tremendous amount of discretion at their disposal, and the law supports that.
Kadri says you need to decide before leaving home if you're comfortable with the type of questions and searches border agents are authorized to conduct.
It really isn't the time or place to have that at the port of entry when you're seeking entry. And certainly you can, but you can't expect it to go well for you at that point.
Some Canadians report being turned away because of politically charged posts online. CTV tech analyst Carmi Levy says you need a strategy before you cross. One option, deleting social media or messaging apps, then reinstalling them after your trip.
However, there also is the very real risk that if none of these apps are on your phone and your phone is essentially blank or bare, that might arouse suspicion when you cross the border, and that might prompt additional questions.
And deleting an app doesn't guarantee your posts or messages are gone.
It's very easy to bypass the limitations of removing your data from your phone because border officials certainly have other tools at their disposal.
Levy adds you could leave your phone at home or travel with a burner, but the best advice remains the same. Be mindful of your digital footprint.
This kind of guidance will benefit us regardless of what's happening politically at the time.
And while the legal advice is to be prepared, Kadri says don't let fear keep you from crossing.
By and large, the men and women who work at the ports of entry between Canada and the United States, on the American side, they're good people just trying to do their job.
Travis Fortnum, CTV News.
When Bert Terhart began preparing to paddle across the country, he hadn't actually been in a canoe in more than 40 years.
I was not at all, in any way, shape, or form, prepared for the amount of work that it actually required.
Unlike when Bert was a kid, when it was all so effortless.
Sense of adventure that you have every time you step out your front door.
That stopped as he grew up and focused on his career, until Bert started questioning where his life was going.
You know, perhaps there's some way that I can make more of a contribution.
The 63-year-old began his solo canoe trip on BC's west coast. With no electronic navigation, he's paddled and portaged over the Rockies, across the prairies, now through Ontario, covering more than 40 kilometers a day.
The hardest part is not the physicality of it all. The hardest part is the mental discipline you need to get up and paddle every single day.
After sleeping about 4 hours a night, Bert spends up to 12 hours a day in his canoe, following the same river and lake system that Indigenous people have been traveling for millennia.
And if you want to know something about a person, you should walk a mile in their shoes. So I've just chosen to walk 4,000 miles.
Ben's planning to make it to the Atlantic by mid-November. But more than halfway through his 7-month journey, he's already finding a deeper connection to this place and its people.
It's an incredibly beautiful country. It's unbelievably diverse. The people are amazing.
While the strangers he's met along the way have left encouragement through signatures on his canoe, Bert hopes he's been able to reciprocate by offering inspiration to start realizing their own dreams.
You're never too young or too old to step outside the front door with an open heart and open mind.
To reconnect to the world with the wide-eyed wonder of youth. And like this picture of Bert portaging over the highest peak in his journey, know that no matter how small you feel in the face of huge adversity, your determination will always be bigger.
You just have to persist. If you choose to persist at anything, then you will succeed.
Adam Sawatsky, CTV News.